15-yard line. Landry takes the snap. Design quarterback run to the right. He follows his lead blocker to the 15. Down to the 14-yard line. Give us 6 on 1st and 10. Sets up 2nd down and a short 4.
When you arrive at Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard-nosed, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On the run, it's Moulton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room.
What a dream opening drive for this defense, man. You want to create some negative plays, create some energy. They do just that. They create the turnover. They set their offense up. Got even a little bit of a return with it, but that's a dream start for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Use the play fake, down a throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Bears in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gap.
He's got it. First down and more. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Grant behind the line. It's Prentice.
No down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now up there.
defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
It's complete on the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. From the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
This from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
What's important in this game, this offense, gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Bears moving quickly to the line. To the air. It's Robertson. Throws to the tight end. Trying to pull his way in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. And the defense stopped him again on second and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown Bears! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Baylor! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner
I bet y'all ain't know Baylor was this good.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out for the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Catch in the middle. It's Gill. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. I'll try to power it in. He stopped. 4th and goal, and he lost a yard back to the 2. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. To send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments. It's a fumble.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And a really really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they got it at the 40. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quickly complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also,
into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Iowa! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's neat.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again.
it's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Bears want to move quickly. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bears! And the stomping has commenced.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll set up to throw. Rush is on him. And they'll knock him down.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Defense looks as if it's coming. The play action fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Gets it away off his back foot. He makes the catch. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The Hawkeyes will keep this drive going. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moulton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football is going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a...
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Intercepted deep in his own end. kick and turns it into a two-point return. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Comes from inside his own 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Defense in press coverage. The short hands is Anderson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Finds his tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up.
Just steamrolling the defense. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. An explosive explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. Open space at the 25. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The run on 1st and goal. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
A nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll line up to go for 2. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. They're still firing away even with this lead. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
It's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Put a foot to it and get this game going. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. He'll do it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Kansas State quick to the line.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Shoots it to the left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. This head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Tempo and overdrive.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looking for the first down. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. The Wildcats are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job. Great in the line.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks. quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire right when the ball snaps.
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Safe completion on the screen. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Kansas State pushing the pace. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Offense changing the play. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Kansas State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're playing, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw. It's Hillstead. Got it in the middle. It's Bachmeier. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off play action on first down. Finds his man. It's Martin. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Kansas stay quick to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Might be changing the route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Looking down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. This drive will come from their own 32. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Offense, quick tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Lobs one high and deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. In there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Back to pass. It's Hillstead. Throws to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Martin. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. BYU right back to the line. From the gun. Give on the inside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Lost a throw. He's working against the clock. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Offense in a split backfield. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They'll line up to go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Edwards. Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To throw, it's Hillstead. That's reeled in, it's Martin. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Corner's going to give them room. He wants to take the top off. And he is finding wide open defenders all over. His third interception of the day.
Quarterbacks, it's not just about speed. Like, listen, man-to-man, you just come up, hit your man, I got it, right? I run all over the field with him. But when you play zone coverages, I got to understand what it is. And I got to understand my assignment. I got to get deep in cover 3 zone. That's my third of the field. Quarterback does a really good job understanding zone principle, taking off, making the INT.
Quarterback keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Going right to work up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Martin. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. BYU lines up quickly. Power football with the run. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ryan. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Hillstead. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. football knows when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Townsend. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Beck. He's moving out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The quick out. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
Well, the runner paid the price on that one. Nobody blocked the middle linebacker. He came through that hole unencumbered and laid the lumber on that tackle for loss.
Got his man on the right. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Townsend. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hansen. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Cyclones have their offense in high gear. Off the plate fake on first down, wants to throw. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Off play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Field advantage can have. There it is. The offense will walk it back. Hands it off. There he goes. And the defense drags him down. Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. Still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Gets it out fast.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback running on the draw. And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they did.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive.
Next, going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he makes his way out of bounds on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Holden finds his man on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Cyclones heading quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Beck. Release to the back. Makes the grab, it's Hansen. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. This quarterback part of their running game. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. The play action fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and his defense has set them up in scoring position.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
Makes the catch. It's Randall. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Through the air, it's Klubnik. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Cyclones want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Extending the play. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see that.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Beck. There he goes, breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down and second in California, and that last scramble, I know it didn't.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. We're just about ready to start the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They boot it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Cyclones in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Pulls it in. It's Jackson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Breaks into the open. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Cyclones will have it 1st and 10.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Looking for a huge... Intercepted. Big... Stops the drive.
I tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, going and getting that INT.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Sowell. And they're able to get him on the ground.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Looking down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Still got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Clemson.
just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Beck. Firing to the right, complete. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Lost to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. Fire's on the move. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Makes the catch. It's Hansen. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far. And a big reason why is how well they're playing on.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got the back over the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now on first and 10 from the 27. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard.